Test 1, 2, 3. Ooh, this thing sounds crazy.
Hi, my name is Reagan Villanueva. Today is my last video. Today's the same, but it's a little bit different because this is my last video being 15 years old. So today I want to be really raw with you and tell you what happened from 2022 to 2023 as a young entrepreneur and business owner. Let's get to it. Starting in January 2022, I wanted to continue my YouTube journey, ReaganVFilms Tech, to help people with smart home technology and cameras. At that time, Sony a7S lineup was trending. It was trending real hard. The book I read was by Daryl Eves called YouTube Formula. And hoping of finding information that could help me, I also faced a struggle. I knew that if I can't maintain the camera I own due to no income, I'm unable to keep thriving on my YouTube journey. So just like what every high schooler does, I applied to well-known food chains such as Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, and Panda Express. They joyfully accepted me to an extent. And that extent was the point where none of them accepted me. Well, I did get an interview by Chick-fil-A. Open interviews. Yeah. Hello. I'm using that light, that camera, that thing over there too. We're going to see how well I can do it today so I can get it during summer or something like that. So yeah, that's cool. And I got some examples right here. We got Eat More Chicken, my 3D model that kind of failed, my 2 books, and all the other stuff. So yeah. But they didn't want me. Personally, I felt a little off, but I did not care. So I proceeded to brainstorm what else I could do to earn more income, or to start income, because I had $0. Zero. The following 4 months, I continued studying YouTube, helped my school with broadcasting, and documented the history of changes happening to the Crested Verde Park. The following month, I was given the opportunity to film my district spelling bee. This was also the month where I turned from 14 to 15 years old, where I explored Borrego Springs. Borrego Springs was a sweet spot for photos and videos. On February 7, 2022, I got a present. It wasn't the present of any other 15-year-old would want. It was a DJI RSC2 stabilizer. I wanted this stabilizer because many people complained that my footage was shaky. I knew I wanted to do more with photo and video since I have a camera. I took the time to learn the stabilizer and visited Lake Arrowhead for the first time. After this trip, I learned that Lake Arrowhead is actually a tourist location during the summer. The next month was March. I saw Vail HQ a lot on Instagram, so I decided that we should visit Vail HQ. It was very cool. It was very relaxing. We went to Barnes & Noble's. However, I noticed that Texas Roadhouse's founder, Ken Taylor, made a book on how Texas Roadhouse became a new top restaurant in America. At that time, I had never tried Texas Roadhouse. I've never tried it before. Business-wise, nothing much happened, but I was excited to head up to the mountains for a church retreat. Just working till midnight. Just working on a little skit right now. Walking. Well, I'm a chaperone, so check this. After that church retreat, April was tough. It was tough for me to decide whether or not to start my own business. I was watching YouTube videos on how owning a business can be like, how to get better at photo editing. Again, this month I had no income. But this month was the first time I met Rafael informally on Good Friday. It was the same day I discovered the quote, "You get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. If you don't bring value, you don't make much money," by Peter Voogd. At this time, I didn't know how to create an invoice. You know what's going on. So I made the rookie mistake as a 15-year-old and charged them however much the other states are doing it for, right? Like, come on, why not charge a Beaumont real estate agent for my first time like $1,000, $2,000? Okay, but I denied their pricing offer since they tried to take advantage of me for dirt cheap work on something that takes a really, really long time. At the end of the month, I took the opportunity to film for Knick Knack, one of my school's local DJs. It was the most raddest video I've ever made during my early stages of creating photo and video and turn it into a business.
love me, I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom, I'm sorry. I go hard on Southside G.
May was the major part of my business. I backed out to local real estate firms, gave them my business card hoping for real estate work during the summer. You'd think they would let me in, right?
So I just got back home. This is the first day of just biking to all of the areas. So yeah, so you gotta do what you gotta do for photo, video clients, things like that, because that's the only way to really do it. So if you really want to do it, show people that you want to do it and give them your business card too. So I was able to bike to at least 3, 4. I got almost all of my business cards out. I only have one left. With those business cards, they're gonna put them in the realtor room, things like that. I'm hoping that they would call back and I'm available for those times. So yeah, I hope I can do it.
Like, wow, that 15-year-old, he's biking, he's offering business, how cute. Yeah, no, that did not happen at all. It did not happen. It did not work. They probably thought I was a weirdo with a bike, but it was well worth it, right? It was well worth the rookie mistake, but I was also worried about tax on May 8th. Without realizing it, I didn't realize that tax season was already over, but I continued to watch a video about tax anyways and learned that there's a startup deduction up to $5,000. On May 10, I finally got my City of Corona business license, and shortly after receiving the email, I called Robert at the Corona Chamber not knowing what I was doing. So Robert, you watching this, you helped quite a lot at this point. I had no idea what I was doing. Robert helped me with resources as I mentioned to him that I'm only 15 years old with no income nor money and I was just owning a YouTube channel. From May 11 to May 30, I practiced taking photos and videos with a full-time filmmaker member, MT Jones Pro, who is local to Corona, California. We went on a photo shoot at Victoria Beach, took a few maternity photos. I did take more practice real estate photos, but the majority of the photos are super, super bad. Here, see if you. Yeah, no. But hey, you have to start somewhere at least, right? Throughout the month of June, there were lots of ups and downs. My freshman year ended, I worked on my church's festival with Rafael. But this time, I'm actually working with Rafael for the first time, so I had no expectations on how he is able to work with me.
Look at that, we got some cotton candy. Oh, yeah! Vegan Ministry, giving out mission tomatoes. I'm really sleeping right now. I had it's all good. This is the best Saturday and Sunday. These church events, I like the most. It's awesome. Because everybody else I've worked with, they would not cooperate with me. So this was the first time. And it was successful. We were able to create a video for our most recent client at that time named Cucamonga Jumpers. On June 29, Jim invited me to Cars and Coffee for the first time where I took car photos. New to the car genre, I was super nervous, ready, but I was excited. On the 30th, I invited Rafael to Stephanie's farewell at Skyline Ale Works, and oh boy, I really loved seeing Rafael's reaction. He was super, super nervous. Hey there, it's ReaganVFilms, our company. I'm Reagan. That's Rafael. We're here at the Corona Chamber of Commerce. We're filming this stuff, and we got some great snakes.
I approve.
We're out on work. But it was his first time at this Corona Chamber meeting for the farewell for Stephanie. So, Stephanie watching this, I hope you're doing well in Tennessee. You are doing awesome. We're here at Skyland. I'm Reagan. That's Rafael.
Hey!
This is part of his history. What do you think about it? Because this is your first Corona Chamber event.
I'm scared. I still am.
Okay. So
do you think I like those people?
Bro,
Did you like all the
bag
food?
not broken yet?
It's exactly. We got some snacks right here.
Bro,
All
these
stand
taquitos,
up.
bro, I'm telling you.
Eduardo's hooked up the Corona Chamber today. He's awesome. Well, yeah, he's awesome. And Maria too, that set it all up. Yeah. Let's move over to July. On the topic of being nervous, it was the first time we achieved the opportunity to film the City of Corona's 4th of July parade alongside a chill. Filming with the City of Corona today.
attention. Abby, it's the flyover! Woo! Look out, here it is!
Again, so I met a chill at the City of Cronos like Cresta Verde thing going on. So this is the 4th of July parade, and I met a chill for the second time. Then Rafael was also present too, so I didn't know what to expect because he only had a GoPro. We earned enough to the point where we can get Rafael a new safer bike after his broke on our travel to install new graphics. This month.
Hey there, so this is Rafael. I'm Reagan. So we want to show you what these donations do. So currently, these are our bikes right here.
Yeah, and they both broke.
Yeah, they both broke
At the exact same time.
We were here to program some of
He's
our
like,
graphics,
Okay, my bike's
and
acting
all
weird.
of
I'm
a
like,
sudden,
okay, why the heck is my tire?
and all of a sudden, our tires just went really flat.
I don't like doing this sometimes.
Right there.
And the colors go perfect too.
Yeah. Should make a yearbook for us. Yeah.
No, I already have like a few pictures too that I can put on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This month was also the month where we wished to get our first wedding at our church, thinking we have no more clients for the rest of the month, but we got our first wedding at our church, and the results were awesome. Even Rafael's mom was surprised. We operated with walkie-talkies to make sure Rafael can get the best photo he can as a first-time rookie. And I am glad to be there with you, Rafael. August was a smooth sailing month, but my sophomore year started. We went on, Rafael and I, a 5-mile bike ride. We filmed a worship band, Spirit Worship. But most of all, we thank Yachty by Nature and Total Ventures for the opportunity to film in Lake Elsinore.
I'm out here in Lake Forest. We're just filming for Yachty by Nature. Yeah.
An opportunity to take for Total's business page on Google. The last coffee with an entrepreneur I attended at the Corona Chamber was with a speaker named Marina. Or Marina, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. From M Health and Beauty. I've learned a lot about her business journey, from the core values to the positives and negatives. It was way different than finding a YouTube video because if you have a question, you can ask her right there. Remember, ReaganVFilms didn't have a Corona Chamber membership at the time, but we did support people who are in the Corona Chamber. Unfortunately, the days did heat up to the point where the power grid was not able to sustain itself in September. However, Rafael and I were able to film a mariachi band concert and make sure to practice our skills. The following month, I was able to pass my DMV permit test for the first time.
What happened today at the DMV was while I was taking my test, the person right next to me, they were shouting out loud, add in your name when you don't need to add in your name. You just need a single fingerprint and all of your info is already in the DMV database.
Yes, I knew at that first time that I passed my DMV test, I messaged Jim, I let people know, Cars and Coffee. Oh yeah, it was the best time of my life. And unexpectedly, Jim and I were at the Walk for Life event at Levi Pollard High School on October 1st. In November, I learned through my training, thanks to Dr. Sabra from my acting class at Hollywood Access Inc., about the chasm that sits between December 2022 and January 2023, and how to get to the other side. And also thank you to Miss Jem too. You two are awesome. On November 26th, I was able to take a few photos for our clients whose baby turned 1 year old. On November 29, ReaganVFilms obtained our first advertising banner for events and festivals.
I'm Reagan, I'm part of the Media Ministry Sheen team. That's my mom, that's George, they're both parishioners here, and there's Linda. And this is our first banner on our first year. This is 2022, November 29. This is to mark this if it gets like retired and we want everybody at the church to sign it or whoever did the projects. Yeah.
We designed a few albums upon special request for a few family members. Keep in mind we do offer this service, but it does take time, but it's well worth the wait. At the end of 2022, I was 2 months short of turning 16. From the Corona Rotary's 100th anniversary, our client's toddler's birthday, who we were gladly to know the family, then it finally happened. On December 10, ReaganVFilms finally joined the Corona Chamber of Commerce, several days before taking magazine photos for Do It American, as well as the Corona Police Department's Toy Drive, OC Winterfest, and the Chamber's Holiday Mixer at Di Poca Madre. At the beginning of last month, I attended the Rose Parade and became the lead of the Citrus Heritage Run 5K on bike, with a full decked out bike. On January 19, at Good Morning Corona, several members and I received our plaque. Then on January 22nd, I filmed the grand opening for not knowing I was doing not only one, but two, featuring Spin 22 and the Grotto Custom Menswear. On January 27th, I helped my school broadcast their freshman lottery to Facebook. And as we know, it's I Hate Traffic, and traffic on Saturday to the 28th was as terrible as your Netflix show not loading up. So I went out and put a little traffic sign, hoping that traffic will ease up. This is my year of being 15 years old. It's been a great year, but I hope you learned something out of this. To all the new young business owners, don't give up. Don't you dare give up. You will not feel noticed, but you will get noticed later. Keep track of your progress. You won't see it now, but you will see you made major progress. And most of all, stay kind. These are the scriptures that I've got from Dr. Sabra Morena from Hollywood Access Inc. and I forgot your business name, Morena, but M Health and Beauty. These are the quotes. Thank you for all the support. Being 15 years old, you know, time to go on to the next chapter, 16. And I know you might be viewing this from us. Oh, what's this format on the paper? I took the time to take notes of what days these things happen, and then I made a whole paragraph summarizing it. I proofread it, and I am now putting it in a little podcast that I hope you guys liked. Now it's 9:27. I gotta get back to editing. Thank you. Mahalo. Salamat. Gracias. Nar. Nar is the short term for nar. Gnarly. See ya. Good night. Good morning. Etc. Have a good night.